Where we choose to put our attention changes our brain, which in time can change how we see and interact with the world. I learned the value of hard work by working hard. For the human species to evolve, the conversation must deepen. I measure success in terms of the contributions an individual makes to her fellow human beings. Be who you really are, do what you want to do, in order to have what you really want. I learned to observe the world around me, and to note what I saw. We are now at a point where we must educate our children in what no one knew yesterday, and prepare our schools for what no one knows yet. What people say, what people do, and what they say they do are entirely different things. The ability to learn is older, as it is also more widespread than is the ability to teach. Children must be taught how to think, not what to think. What I am demanding of other people is what I am demanding of myself. The solution to adult problems tomorrow depends on large measure upon how our children grow up today. Even though the ship may go down, the journey goes on. I was wise enough never to grow up, while fooling people into believing I had. Always remember that you are absolutely unique. Just like everyone else. Life in the 20th century is like a parachute jump. You have to get it right the first time. There is no hierarchy of values by which one culture has the right to insist on all its own values and deny those of another. We won't have a society if we destroy the environment. Sisters is probably the most competitive relationship within the family, but once the sisters are grown, it becomes the strongest relationship. I have a respect for manners as such. They are a way of dealing with people you don't agree with or like. You know, my fury about people is based precisely on the fact that I consider them to be responsible, moral creatures who so often do not act that way. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. The assumption that men were created equal, with an equal ability to make an effort and win an earthly reward, although denied every day by experience, is maintained every day by our folklore and our daydreams. There is no greater insight into the future than recognizing when we save our children, we save ourselves. I was brought up to believe that the only thing worth doing was to add to the sum of accurate information in the world. Having someone wonder where you are when you don't come home at night is a very old human need. The need to find meaning is as real as the need for trust and for love, for relations with other human beings. A woman, even a brilliant woman, must have two qualities in order to fulfill her promise: more energy than mere mortals, and the ability to outwit her culture. Laughter is man's most distinctive emotional expression. Man shares the capacity for love and hate, anger and fear, loyalty and grief, with other living creatures. But humor, which has an intellectual as well as an emotional element, belongs to man. The notion that we are products of our environment is our greatest sin. We are products of our choices. Never depend upon institutions or government to solve any problem. All social movements are founded by, guided by, motivated and seen through by the passion of individuals. It is utterly false and cruelly arbitrary to put all the play and learning into childhood, all the work into middle age, and all the regrets into old age.